Welcome to the story. This story is about how did a camel get its hump.
It was a warm summer's morning. There was a chameleon and a mighty lion who fell in love. As if by magic, one day they had a baby who they named Gibber. It was a cute camel. When Mr. Lion and Mrs. Chameleon were having this wonderful baby, the monkeys were watching them. Dad, isn't it against the animal law to fall in love with a different species?
Yes, it is, my son, replied Mr. Monkey.
Then there was a peaceful, sudden gust of wind. Lovely, whispered Mr. Lion.
Look, Mr. Lion, there's a few swaying leaves over there. Please, can you go and get them? Yes, I shall, replied Mr. Lion.
He got back with the smooth leaves and put them on Gibber. At this point the monkeys came. Hello, Mr. Lion, said Mr. Monkeys, greeting him. Then the monkeys left. There is something suspicious about those monkeys today, whispered Mr. Lion sneakily. Mrs. Chameleon agreed. 5 years later, Mr. Lion went hunting for some scrumptious food and ate a zebra. As quick as a flash, an arrow, which was shot from the crooked old trees, plunged into Mr. Lion's paw.
The next day, the monkeys were swinging through the trees, while Gibber and Mrs. Chameleon were weeping sadly.
I wish Daddy would come back, muttered Gibber.
So do I, replied Mrs. Chameleon. Suddenly they looked up to the sky and saw a cloud that looked like Mr. Lion, so they knew that he will always be with them no matter where they are.
Our plan went well, my son, said Mr. Monkey.
Yes, it did, replied Dorak.
The monkeys felt so happy.
Back at Gibber's place, it was turning dark, and the monkeys were in the tree, whispering and discussing another plan.
The next day, Gibber went to go and look for food. He saw Dorak in a tree and asked for one. Dorak, please can I have 2 bananas? Bananas? Why do you want some scrumptious yellow bananas?
Shouted Dorak. Well, anyway, no!
That made Gibber run home angrily, but down.
Later that day, Gibber went to look for some more bananas, and he saw the bananas, and luckily Dorak wasn't there, so he got one.
Unfortunately, Dorak had a hammer in another tree and whacked him twice.
Bang, bang. He ran home at the speed of light and started crying because he has 2 large humps on his back. He got home and realised that Mrs. Chameleon was laying on her back, and this was a sign that he was dead, that she was dead, and so was his dad, and he was dead as well.
At the crack of dawn, he got all his things, food, water and leaves, together. After he had done that he needed to do, he started walking away from the jungle. That was juvenile. It had been a long time. Then he finally got to the mysterious, solitary desert. At the desert he found a beautiful young camel called Hanya. Hanya, who was a sweet camel, bashed her back to look like Gibber.
One day they had a cute little baby who luckily had giant humps on his back, and he was called Catyin. He was also very, very lively. So that is how a camel got its humps. Thank you for watching and listening. See you soon.